Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. Yes, we are live from Rubi-ka. I'm just doing the social medias in the background. As you do. Alright, let's go to the live screen. There we are. So I'm on my keeper, who is now level 73. I'm wondering, what do we do next? I thought, let's take a look at a couple of nanos for one. It's got to make sense, I think. And of course, it's beer o'clock. Veg Brew, nice to see you on PRK again. Looks busy. All well with you? Yes, it is. And yes, the server is quite busy. It's Friday night. There's 212 people logged in. It's pretty cool. I just want to check in with the keeper of IPs, see if there's anything nice and shiny for us. I also want to create a bit of a buff bar, I think. So let's see. So we'll have you. Medical, that's our latest heal. We'll chuck you in, and then the other regulars, I think. Where are we? Yeah. This one. You. Yeah. This guy. Decision maker. Was that the? I think that is the highest one I've now got. Fury, you don't need all the time. And this guy. Yeah, there you go. Maybe I need a new Vengeance of the something, maybe. I'm sure I picked one up from a... or something. From a diner. Exalted Sanctifier. Level from 75. So I can't cast it yet. During the shall learn. Is this a... this is a short one though, isn't it? I think it is, yeah, that's the short one. I can't upload yet. Gotta be level 75 anyway. I think the middle. We'll check the nanos in the middle. I just joined Made a Shade. Hope to see you out there. Cool beans, dude. Joined the project Rubi-ka, started an MP, but not entirely sure. Feels unresponsive. The pet and the attacks feel like it's stuck at times. Sometimes it is. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, sometimes it lags and whatnot. You know, it's not a professional data center server or something like that. know. Would that it were, but no. Which class? All of them. Play the style you want to play. I mean, the easiest to play is probably MA. Shade's good, but because you're self-sufficient as far as spirits goes, because you do get spirit siphon very early on Noob Island, and then you've got fairly easy access to armor and stuff. Nanos are a little harder to come by. Is anyone going hardcore strayed kelts? Oh yeah, there's some really people that have focused almost entirely on trade skills. Treatment is required to be 230. Oh, did I have a buff running? Yes, I did. Yeah, it's whatever you want to do. I mean, there's no set in stone meta on this server. It's based on 18.4, so Advies are very good again. Their heals are very strong. They are the second best healers in the game again. You know, that kind of stuff. So it's a good idea. I mean, it's a game of friends. It's a multiplayer. In every sense. There's no boxing allowed. There's no automation allowed. So it really is getting buffs from other players and having fun. Teaming up to get things done, you know. Who'd have thunk it, you know. Yeah. Like I say, I mean, you've got 50 character slots per account on the server, so, you know, go with what works. Yeah, and whatever tickles your fancy. Warden's Resolve, what's that one? No, Vengeance of the Resolute. That might be worth getting. That we've got. Biomet Psychomod, yeah. Yeah, that's the Aura one. Barrier of this. Yeah, we're not casting that anytime soon. Psychomod, whatever. Oh, maybe I had some buffs running last time. Oh, I probably did. Yeah, I probably had composite. What am I now? 73. I probably had composite masteries running. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, make more than one. You can. You just can't log in more than 2 at any time. So you can still do the muling things from one character to another, which is very useful. I'm wondering whether to go to the Foreman's Dungeon, maybe. you can log 2 clients in. That's it. And you cannot automate them. If you use any third-party software or try any kind of automation, you will get banned. Both accounts will just be deleted, and you won't be allowed back on the server. They're quite, you know, vigilant on that. Johan, hi Carlos and the chat. Welcome on in. Yeah, so what do we think? Do we want to go to Foreman's or have a bit of a play? Shadowlands. Yeah, don't. Just don't. It's the honest advice. Yeah, no, don't do that. You know. I think I'm going to attempt the first mission of the Yuttos in Elysium. Don't know, we'll probably die trying, but, you know, let's give it a go. Which is kill 3 of the, I don't know what you call them. Things with little, I can't remember what they're called. You see them in the similar mesh. Oh yeah, and unlike live, where you can just go 99999, if you do that with this guy, he will take all your money. So make sure you type in the correct amount on PRK, because this is 18.4, where if you type in, like just hold down the 9 key, he will take all that you have, and it's gone. I did it live. I went, oh yeah, it doesn't matter what you type in, the guy only takes 10k, which is true on the live server. It's not true on Project Rubi-ka, and I just gave away like 200k or whatever I had on me. It was funny. I'm surprised no one's clipped it, but there we are. That was it last stream or the stream before, I think I did that. It was pretty funny. I mean, I was laughing at myself for doing it. It was funny. Three devourers, right, okay. Now, I did do this with a shade, but someone came out with a big heal pet to keep me alive, and I came like 1 HP within death. Ghostmaster, welcome to the stream. Ooh, oh, I could want some. Yeah, these are now aggressive. They weren't before. Like about a week or so ago, they weren't aggressive. They are now. Yeah, MP is very strong. Pet classes are strong. There's a lot of management of the pets and everything else to do. What's today's goals? No set goal at this point in time. There was last time, which was get the Panther on, it's awesome. So we did. Yeah, I played MP, played Engie, played crap. So I've done all the pet classes, and yeah, they, you know, varying levels of success. Allow. Noob question. Noob is not swear word, Twitch. Hello? I couldn't attack you. Can you use trimmers on MP pets? No. Has to be a mechanical pet of some kind. The tethers are much shorter here. Can we survive these guys? I don't know. Ooh, they hit rather hard. I think we can manage them. I think we can manage at least... Well, we can do one at a time, I think. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, everyone's got their own favourite, and nobody is wrong about their favourite. I mean, you might as well say, well, you can't like Rocky Road ice cream because actually mint chalky chip is the best flavour of ice cream. You know, that's ridiculous. You know, the best class is the one you enjoy playing the most. That's it. No great secret, no nothing. Just, you know, if you like that particular class, you like it, and you're not wrong for liking it. I enjoy all the classes, but I always have been a bit of a polymath as a person anyway. You know, guitars, photography, electronics, art, music, you know, kind of, I don't know, I suppose, not quite jack of all trades, master of none, because I have mastered quite a few. But, yeah, lots of alt-tabbing, but fun. Yeah, I mean, yes, you can do the whole alt-tab kind of a deal. Yeah, that you can do. Heron, welcome to the stream. If you like playing Smurfs, and I do, I've got Free Fixer, Paid Fixer, and I really enjoyed playing both of them. Well, your fist's a weapon, but I would get a stun glove and apply fast attack to it just to have an extra attack, because you instantly, with your fists, get brawl and dimash. So yeah, get a stun glove just so you have that extra attack. And then do collect the books from the temple, etc. And take them to the hermit. So you've got the MA attacks as well. So yeah, nobody is wrong for having a preference, you know? Okay. Yeah, those devourers, I mean, they're amongst the first mobs you encounter down in the subway, etc. So it's the same goddamn mob type. Biles, worms, something or other, whatever. Yeah, looking over there, that is someone called Bear, who's an enforcer, who has Bear Doc on him. Is a level 99 heal pet. Uh-oh. Leg. Nice to get easy names when you're early to register. Well, yes, there's that as well. You don't have this legacy of thousands of names already being taken. Oh, that was a chunk of XP and a half. I killed the 3 Devourers. Ah, so yeah, the Yutto stuff. Yeah, one mind over light, blah, blah, blah. Is working. So we take the doohickey up to them. Do you remember the arcane rune gem that made your name red? Yes. It doesn't on this server either. That was quite early on. Yeah, you put it in the waste slot, I think it was. And yeah, or something like that. Yeah, I remember doing it and thinking it was very cool. Yeah, I've always said that the Elysium Yutto's quest lines are an excellent way to get XP. They always have been. Oh, I need to... In tally. Nano and casting. What did I need for this? Psychomod Biomet. We could run there, but I've already done the Garden Key quest. I actually did the Elysium Garden Key quest. It took a while. In the end, because I'm clan, I had to Leroy Jenkins it. I was going to Raggy. This is not possible. I'm getting aggroed by everything. I've got nearly no faction, but it's just looking at the fact flag is clan and treating it as if I've got 50k faction standing or something. He said, yeah, faction isn't quite tied into the game yet. I was like, that'll be why every mob there is hell-bent on eating me. I said, oh, it's just not possible. And he's like, yeah, no, it is. Carlos was like, it's not possible. I've tried 5 times. Trying to sneak in, max range, tab on the correct mobs and whatnot. Yeah, it just wasn't working. But in the end, he said, well, if you bum rush it, that's what'll happen. I was like, I'm not. And in the end, I went, you know what? I'm going to bum rush it. I've not been bum rushing it. So I bum rushed it. And it worked. Which is just silly, but quite funny. Oh, the geometry in this game. There we go. Eventually we jumped over the tiny thing. Anthony Conan. Hey guys, hey, welcome to the stream. What's the best soup in the world? In the world? I don't really have a favourite. Tom Yum, probably. It's whatever you're in the mood for, I guess. Is this guy going to aggro me? I think maybe he is. It's not the chain spawn guy, is he? Yeah, if ramen counts, still Tom Yum. Oh, don't know if I've tried that. Ah, cool. Okay. Can I grab them all? Tom Yum is great, but my favourite is Bubblezi. I'm not even sure what that is, but okay. I'm just pulling all the missions now. Port 7 guy said, bring you this. So we're bringing you this. We do one Bluetooth harvest. I need to go back to the garden and clear out my inventory for all these. You do look a bit tired. Yes. Right, let's make a bit of inventory space. Means we need to go back in the garden, unload into the bank. We absolutely do not have much Cajun seafood stew. Yeah, that's it. Well, is a stew a soup? See, I think you've got soup, which is very liquid, and then you've got stew, which can be almost a puree. It can be so thick, and then in between that you have broth, which is halfway house. So are we saying fully liquid with lots of bits in it, which I would say was a broth, or something thicker than liquid, more, about a kind of viscosity of a yogurt or something? I would say was a stew. Vietnamese po count as soup. I don't know, how thick is it? Yeah, you can chill by being watery like a soup, or it could be thick like a stew. It's got to be nice thick. You see, I would say nice thick is either a stew or a broth. No, this might not translate to every country, but broth is a thing. It's a literal halfway house between ooh, hang on. Do we want to go this way? No. I want to go to the garden. Okay, you don't know what you're doing, so... Okay. Jolie Storm, welcome to the stream. Good old Jolie. Machiavelli, like, come. Dude, really? You went there? It's funny that come isn't a swear word, but noob is, according to the Twitch auto mod. Crazy. Helge, hey, you beard-tastic. Well, thank you. We in? Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. I have not. What's that on? Save here, why not? Tinkering idiot. Hang on, I need to VIP you, good sir. because Tinkering Idiot is one of the devs. Give me a second. There you go. You are now VIP. Right, let's have a look. Right, so Temple of the Three Winds, unless we're going to be going there to help somebody with something. Level 30, I can't use those here. That's now retired. The rings are retired. As is the NCU. And these implants, they can all go. Sealed letter. That was the garden quest. Don't need those. You're for later. You can go there. You're a twinking weapon. You can go back in the bank. Don't need you here. Right. Okay. Excuse me. Right, now we have space. No, I want that on there so people realise. Shut up, Dev is speaking. Shut up, plebeians, Dev is speaking. You know, so when you say, no, it's like this, people are aware that actually, you know what you're talking about. Luma House. Hey, Carlos, is this some kind of legacy server? In a sense, it is a preservation server. Project Rubi-ka is what it actually is, and it's the 18.4 build of AO. So before we had 18.7, etc. Absolutely no multi-boxing, no automation, no buff bots, no nothing. Advs are good again, etc. Actually, Tink is always wrong. I really doubt that. Plus, Tinkering Idiot has made a bunch of really useful tools just for the 18.4 version of the game on Project Rubi-ka. I'll be back in a minute. I'm getting a beer. DJ Deckard Kane. Ayo, tinkeringidiot.com. Easily the best AO tool to exist today. Tinkering Idiot. Can we use Item Assistant on PRK? Is that actually allowed? Some people have said no. Some people have said, yeah, of course. But I haven't actually had a chance to ask any of the team if that's considered okay or not. Because you know my wonderful inventory management that I have. Not sure if it works. Yeah, that's the other thing. I know the AOIA is an option. So Dream's fix, when you go into the settings, advanced AOIA res fix is there. But Dream was really generous with that in saying, yeah, anyone can use it. I don't care. Yeah, so we're going to do Bluetooth Harvest first. If you have seen any of Callus 2's YouTube Let's Plays, you will know the inventory is always a mess. If you've seen a photograph of my desk, where I make videos and work for a living, it is also, in real life inventory management, also terrible. I think Raggy said it doesn't work today in global. Ah, well, there you go. See, I'm not going to try and plug anything in. And honestly, other than using reshades, which doesn't affect anybody else in the game, AOIA, Anarchy Online Item Assistant, which I highly recommend to anyone, is the only third-party software I've ever really used in Anarchy Online. Yeah, I'm not going to try it because it's plugged into 30 characters on the live server. I don't want to break it. The no automation rule really is about not automating movement and combat. Things that give an unfair advantage, as they do. Yeah. Am I doing this right? A blue mushroom. This one's repeatable, but I think only gives decent XP once. Bluetooth. I think I've got one too many here. 5 samples. Yeah, I've got one too many. Now we also want... Is it up here? No, this should be the one for the... I think I've missed one of the quests, which is the sword, which is over there. So I'm going to get the quest before I make the death run. Run there. I've got my multi setup and keep it see how it goes. You'll just get banned if you use any automation. You will get banned. I'm just telling you now. It's not a threat. It's just that's what's going to happen. If you automate 2 characters, they'll know and they will ban you. So in your own best interests, if you want to play on the server, we don't do that here. It's like Wakanda forever or whatever. Yeah, ClickSaver is fine, but is completely pointless at this point in time because mission terminals are not plugged in. Yes, you can force HDR. Yeah. Yeah, that reshades and stuff of that ilk just makes the game visually better for you, to your preference, to your taste. And as Tinkering Idiot just said over on Twitch, true, please don't bot or automate character actions. We are here, we are paying attention, and we do ban over it. They can't be clearer than that now, can they? So... Rot-row. the yuttos are gone. This is not good. Can't decide between MA and Agent. You dude, you've got 50 character slots. Make one of each. Who cares? The ray tracing reshade works awesome. Makes my PC sound like a factory. Yeah. For some reason, it doesn't want to know on this client. I have tried, and it keeps saying there's a previous installation because it's seeing it installed on the live client. So I don't know how I'm going to get around that. Yeah, there's no point playing in HDR while streaming for me because no one would really be able to watch it. Yeah, there you go. We are having a moment. All right, I wonder where I actually am then. We've just gone to 0 players. Someone switched the microwave on. Everywhere. I think the whole server just crashed there, dude. I'm going to try logging in. Oh, looks like I'm alive. Yeah, the ray tracing thing kind of works. Doesn't work like an Unreal 5 game or any or Cyberpunk, anything like that. It's nowhere near that level, but yeah. All right. Mission failed? What mission failed? No! Was I out of time? I found the Bluetooth fungi for you. We're casually gonna complete the hand in while killing a mob. We got Girl It Saw It All, Chapter 1. Goodbye. Right, there should be another quest from this guy for the sword in the stone. Might have missed it. Excalibur's End. There we go. These are the other two. Haithian Artifact. That's a long-ass quest. Right, Sword in the Stone is going to be a Hallelujah, Hail Mary, rather, run. And I don't know if we'll survive it. I'm going to go there full death and just hope for the best, basically. I was outside Temple when it crashed. You were on the island. Yeah, server. I mean, look, guys, this isn't a data center server we're playing on, you know? It's I don't know, it's like someone's PC, essentially, or someone's home server. You know, so more than a PC, but not a data center. You know, we haven't got 128 core CPU and you know, 128 gigabyte of memory in it or anything like that. So it's just not on that level, you know. The fact it runs at all is amazing. Oh, damn. That's where we want to go, and there's a level... What level are hecklers in Elysium? I forget. Much higher than you, or that much I do know. Right, okay. Probably just going to end badly. Come on, pick it. Got him. Did I actually get it? Return to the one. Okay, yeah, I think I got it. Well, upgraded solar-powered SMGs won't cut it in Temple Winds. Yeah, go to ICC and take a look at the O weapons there. And then ask if anyone's got the weapon smithing skill to upgrade them. The... what the artifact drops called? That you should have been picking up in the subway. Are the currency used to buy the upgrades for them. It's literally in someone's basement. It's a good rig, but AWS it's not. No. Guys, you got those things are tens of thousands of monies. Yeah, weapon fragment. I can't remember what they're called because every time I find one, I right click it to have it. You'll know when you've got enough. Data frags. That's it. Yeah. Make sure you've picked up as many of them as you can, so you can buy the upgrades for the SMG weapon, and then you need then to install them in the correct sequence or ask someone to do it for you. Oh, wow. Okay. I found the sword at Excalibur's end. I think I got the XP straight away. Okay. There's soul feeding, which takes forever. Shades of Grey might be a better one to get into now, I think, maybe. Love Storms, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, so when you go to that terminal, let me log a different account. You can log 2 accounts, so I'm going to log a different one just to explain it a bit better. So give me a sec. So I have an Omni Trader. Yeah, that's the one. So this is my little Omni Mule for turning things in and buying med suits and stuff like that. Now, if you ask in the global channel, people will be more than happy to tell you the sequence you need, but the weapon will tell you as well. So head to ICC, which is the old ICC, not the new one. So you got melee weapons, triple O, range weapons. So you come on here. Sort by name. So what were these? Rifle, pistol. Okay, let's keep going. Someone will say what's the best one for SMG out of these, and someone will tell you. Hopefully. E-Beaver, I think it is ranged energy. Yeah, it is. El Diablo, ranged energy. El Dio, ranged energy. Pacifier, shotgun. Electro pistol, pistol. Eradicators, assault rifle. That's shotgun, I think. Nope, assault rifle still. Flamethrower. That'll be heavy weapons or... Oh. Yeah, so there you go. You got AKMR. So maybe you want like a quality 25 one of them. See, it's 8 to 46. It's possible to enable burst. So then you come to the next terminal over here. Upgrade kits. Oh, I have to close that one down. So you open this one. Burst upgrade kit. You see, there you go. The price is 5, but it's not credits. It's those data fragments. So you would go, right, I want one the same quality. 1 extra commendations is needed because I have 4 data fragments. You need 5. So you buy the burst and they can add burst to that weapon for you. I think that you can then add fling shot and whatnot, but yeah. So there's your early weapon progress sorted out without having to farm perennium weapons, which you can do anyway. People will give away or sell you a beamer, you know, like a perennium beamer, for not a lot of money. Or they might feel generous and just say, hey dude, there's a quality, you know, 30 I made, I used, and I don't need anymore. Do you want it? And they'll just hand it to you. So yeah. Right, okay, so what do we want to... There is one other. He does the high-level mission we're not ready for. Don't you have more than Blue Harvest? You look tired. There we go. Urgently needed mixture. 14 minutes! Goodbye. Right, so for this one... the guy I want to talk to is all the way down there. So, quickest way there would be... garden hopping, basically. But I do want to get that as a nano. Quality 200 nano charge assault rifle today. Nice. That's got to be the one that failed then. It's 14 minutes. What UI? This is Noten Dove Tech Edge theme. And I have made a video about how to set that up and install it for this version of the game. It's exactly the same process as it is for live. However, the NDGUI folder goes in a different place. It's very easy to do. Very, very, I mean, god damn, even I managed it. How hard could it be? Yeah, there's no illegally modified illegal OFAB weapons in the subway. They were overpowered. So they've not been added. Plus, they're Lost Eden, and thus far, AI would be the next expansion to be added to the server, but that's not happening anytime soon. So don't hold your breath for that stuff. And it might not get added anyway, because the dev team are kind of going, this was good, this was OP, this was good, this didn't really work. You know, so they're rebuilding the game in their own way, essentially. So, as is their right, they're the people developing it. So why would it not be? Doing things like saying, I know you guys don't do live support, but I demand you give it me now. And you're an awful human being, and I'll say it publicly because you're not doing it. It's just a really, really quick way of getting yourself banned. Because, you know, I don't come to your house and then tell you that you need to rearrange all the furniture and the decoration. Because I don't like it. You know, you just don't be a dickhead. These aren't employees that have to follow any kind of guidelines. These are individuals acting on their own, in their own free time to do this, and you've got no standing whatsoever to tell them to do anything. Oh yeah, I mean they say I will be on every video, clicking dislike. Thanks, you're a super fan. YouTube doesn't care if you like or dislike a video. What YouTube records is your interaction. It's called engagement. So when you do it, you're a super fan, and you won't be the first and you won't be the last. And I don't give a shit. Because I just put you as invisible on channel. No one sees your comments, but YouTube counts your engagement. It's win-win. Right, am I doing the right thing? Bring a resource request to one has achieved glory. Am I going to risk the spindly bridge of doom? The amount of times I've died crossing that bridge there is a lot. Excuse me. "14-minute timer restarted." Where's the scary mob? Right, he's not there. Now this guy's got a bunch of other quests as well. Red mushrooms, let's go. Yeah, your volunteers donating time because you enjoy it. And you're going to do it your own way, at your own pace, and that's the end of it. And these guys have families and jobs, and they ain't got any time for your shenanigans, Karen. You know, so just don't be a dick. Yeah, that guy was hilarious, though. They kept trying to come up with different ways to support their point of view, and it was like, it doesn't matter, dude. The people you're trying to convince don't care. They've just said, not happening. Yeah, you carry on. How many do I need? Sleep, helping mixture. And the red. I need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, Dunsky. That Yutto also has a bunch of other missions, so we'll pick them up again another time. That's it. I mean, you guys are volunteers. You've got families, family life. Yeah, it's got to pick the kids up. It's Billy's recital tonight, and so is doing the thing, and you know, just like regular people. And if you start trying to treat them like employees that that you would generally abuse at some KFC or McDonald's, think again. You're in their house. And if you don't behave, get GTFO. It's the fastest... Oh my god, that's a lot of XP. I'm missing the mission terminals. Right, so this one... didn't we just do that? Ooh, okay. Wait, what? Do it again? Ah, no, it's not a repeatable mission. I thought I'd found a glitch and I was going to explore the possibility of abusing it. But no. It is not. You'd be glad to know. Loved hunting the terminals for the best mission XP loot. I don't know, nostalgia thing. No. You just roll a mission from one end of the map to the other for the maximum reward. It was really as simple as that. But yeah, you could be on that terminal for hours trying to get the item you wanted. I have Pinewood Derby for the Cub Scouts tomorrow, doing that setup tonight, so Sheol is going to have to wait a bit long. Yeah, exactly, dude, exactly. Hey, I have a life, you know? This is my hobby. Don't tell me how to hobby. Let me We have the spores. There you go, good man. And thankfully this resets again to another 15 minutes. However, I can hear my phone alarm going off for some reason at 8 o'clock. Give me a sec. Bloody alarm going off. I've also decided, executive decision, getting a beer. Carlos, when did you first play AO with Shadowlands out? No, it wasn't. I started playing in 2001. Shadowlands was 2003. Do I think the game would have been better not getting that extension or different? A lot of people quit game because they didn't like Shadowlands. Even this version of Shadowlands, the 18.4 version, is 100 times better than what we got when it released. So had it been more complete as it is now, if it was like it is on live with Radiant missions and all the rest of it and easy faction, the game would have been fine. But as it was, getting faction involved farming parts, spawning a temple boss and killing them between 5 different teams, hoping for a little sniff of faction. It was completely broken. People hated it for that reason. It was a game designed to be played from level 1, the Shadowlands expansion, because, you know, half the server were level 200. And we're like, well, everything, all this shit's grey. Why do I care? Do you know what I mean? So, Shadowlands, as it was released as an expansion, was pretty awful. It was pretty damned awful. People didn't gel with it at all. Need to rebuff. There you go. Now my weapon's out of OE. That'll do. We'll get this quest done now though first, because it is quite a short timer. And then a lot of the progression quests were also broken. And I can remember getting to Inferno, doing all the progression quests, and if you stepped 1 inch off a designated path, like footpath in Inferno, you drop back to Rubi-ka. It was completely unfinished beyond Adonis. It was a mess. What they released was not good. I mean, I played in the Shadowlands beta before it released, and pretty much everyone said the same. You can't release this. This is Windows Vista. You know. I wish Pet Guard still worked. It does. Right, so we've delivered with 8 minutes to spare. I have the sleeping draft you asked for. Oh, this guy again. Wow, another ding. Right, okay, so we're going to do some buff edge. We're rebuffing effectively, so I'm going to get that. None of this 4-hour shenanigans. A lot of people hated the combo combat system. Oh, I never, yeah, Age of Camelot I never really did anything with. I saw it being played. Guy I worked for, or, you know, kind of ran a market for. He loved it. He absolutely loved it, Age of Conan. But I was never, you know, I never downloaded it, never played it myself. But my God, did he invest into that game. Beer o'clock, everyone. Let's get old British man wasted. Let's not. Old British man has work tomorrow. So old British man is going to drink a few brewskis tonight and call it a night. Get some supper and go to bed. He's got to get up early. I don't make the rules. My employer does. Oh, treatment has to be higher than it is. I could IP a bit more into treatment, couldn't I? Not going to hurt. I don't need the buff then. Gonna do Tigs if you want to join, Carl. I think you're in range for it. I could do, and I would like to, but also I kind of really enjoyed these quests. Pretty much each one is a level if you stack them up right. But they were always made that way. But they're not repeatable, you know, so... SL mission chains are the best. Except for me going, go to! Like, con! Is a meme. And it is a meme because I did it years ago, doing the Sheol scientist quests and the Yutto quests simultaneously in Sheol. On a video, I was like, I hate you, Gouter, making us run back and forth every 5 minutes. Went off on one on the video, and it literally became a meme in its own right, and rightfully so. Because I was being quite silly. I know, but, you know, go back to Dr. Darnell. Go back to Dr. Hystia. Go back to Dr. Darnell. Oh, don't you guys have phones? It just kind of, the whole thing is silly. Right, okay. So we've got soul feeding. That's quite a big, long quest. Let's just do these. Do that one. And then the remainder, we're going to do a bit more there and there. Darnell and Hestia, that's it, yeah. It's just like... can you go and tell Hestia, don't you have a phone? This is the 27th century or something. Don't know what the tether's like on these guys. Actually, you go up and kill them anyway. And they need email badly, or phones, or walkie-talkies, or some shit. Holy hell. Bit of Dimash for you, buddy. Q. Q again. Alright, sit, stand, Q. Okay, there we go. Sometimes I swear. I work at concert venues. I work every weekend that has never existed. Yeah, well, I have to get up early and work tomorrow and listen to people's woes. And I really don't mind. I enjoy helping people out in their hour of need. Trust me, it's quite a rewarding job. And I'm very lucky to have it. But I can't do that without, you know, I really don't relish doing it with a hangover. Let's put it that way. Oh, Ward. Ward ran out. Okay. I need all the nano for Ward. That's for sure. God's favourite ant. No, it's like the 200th century or something. Yeah, it is, yeah. It's like June, which is, what, 12,000 years in the future or something? A lot of people go, oh, isn't the new June movie like Anarchy? No. Listen, June was written and published in the early 60s, 50s even, I think. And a lot of AO is borrowed from it. No spice, you know? It's one of those. Borrowed is a kind way to put it, yeah. Possibly. I mean, you can't get a Moadi by eating raw notum. Yeah, it's overtly borrowing from Dune. Which is what really got me into the game to begin with, I'll be honest. Because I'd read Dune years and years before. Really loved it. Really, and I did read it at like 15 years old. And it had quite a profound effect, you know. I was like, wow. You know, because when you're that age, you kind of identify with Moadib. You identify with with the Paul character, even though he's a false messiah and he's a warning. Yeah, you kind of identify him. A lot of people didn't get that, which I think is why Villeneuve rewrote Shani a little bit. Like, people go, oh, she went off in a teenage huff just because he's going to marry so-and-so. It's like, no. All the no. She goes off because through the entire movie, she's been saying the same thing. You know? The Muad'Dib will be Fremen. Fremen have to save themselves, not some outsider. And they're the law, L-O-R-E, of who they are is something embedded into our culture by the outside forces anyway. So I hate it. You know, it's false. It's fake. That's why she skips off, is because Paul becomes exactly that. She loves him, but she hates what he's just done. I think we're lagging some badly. Right, sit, stand. No, stand. Well, shit. Stand. Gonna die. Die from lag. Still in a fight. Oh, gonna log in dead. Oh, this is not good timing, I have to say. Yeah, whatever. Send the email to Funcom. Yeah, sure. If I can log in, I don't know. $30 players. Yeah, it definitely dropped. Sheol can be a nice looking zone. But for the most part, feels dingy. Because it's always in shade. No. It doesn't make it no drop. It says that it makes it no drop with the red thing, but it actually doesn't. Which is why people trade items from there, you know. Deal with this dude as well. You're unable to attack the target. Well, I'm fucked then, aren't I? Because he's attacking me. No attack, but he can attack me. Please fix. Mobs with no attack, nano running, should not be able to attack the player either. No fair. I call foul. Five more cagey Hothians. Yeah, no attack, Nano, but they attack you. It's like, hey, no fair. Does take a while to do this quest. Well, the first couple do anyway. The soul feeding. It's 10, then 10, and then it kind of calms down after that. Which guys are you? I know you're Fissure. I need more KGs. Grabbed a quality 50 kit since I'm 3 SMG away. Yeah, just remember, if the weapon itself is quality 25, a 50 kit will not boost it. It will remain a quality 25 weapon. Yeah, this doesn't work. No attack. 2, 1. Yeah, the no attack makes sense, but when they can attack you while it's running, doesn't. That's kind of like, hey, wait a minute. KG. Is KG what we're looking for? Yeah. Janan. Come on down. Oh, yes. Panther for the win. Two more. Okay. Gotta wait for spawns, I guess. Which is okay. Depending how long the spawns take. I'm gonna stand a little bit away. Right, they should be viewable from here as they spawn back in. Yeah, I had fun and games with sided mobs trying to do the garden quest. Because faction isn't really a thing. So if your character's clan and you go near an unread temple, even if your faction is as low as mine, so you can see there, like operators, like 1200, nothing, right? Normally it just says, oh, you're not liked, but they don't instantly aggro. But on PRK, yeah, they do. they treat you like you've got 50k faction, which, you know, is a mixed bag. Let's say that at low levels. Anyway, getting a beer. Right, let's have a look. So we got this no drop item, which is terrible, but it always was. I think there are KGs elsewhere, but these are the nearest. One more KG. I think there's one near the entrance. Oh, fuck off, dude. Come on then. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, he's stuck in a loop now. It runs down, warps back. Runs down, warps back. Nope, wrong mobs. Jeez, how long does this shit last? 10 fucking minutes? Oh, you're kidding me. I miss the med kits getting rid of that shit. I really do. I think attack breaks it. It used to, yeah. Break the snare. That's your job. Break the snare. Still got it. Still got it. Go to. Yep. Waiting for him to break the snare. 10 minutes. I mean, come on. That's a piss take. There you go. You broke it. Thank you. Come again. Oh, the other mobs haven't spawned yet. Yeah, I was like, I'm not spending 10 minutes running around it. No MPH. That's not happening. Well, yeah, they kind of fixed how awful spindles, coils and whatnot are by giving us med packs that work in both instances. But yeah, that was a good quality of life patch, that was. Right, you're done, Ski. Now we want Fissure Haitians, 10 of, and then the number collapses down smaller and smaller, but the first ones are 10 each, which is kind of annoying. But that's the quest, that's how it goes. Go to! Yeah, he designed the fantasy game he always wanted to make, and it got tacked onto Anarchy, which was a science fiction based game, and it never quite gelled. It gels better now, but it never really did back in the day. Right, Fissure Haitian, will you come this far? One fissure, Hathian. Two fissure, Hathian. Yeah, I am the Count from Sesame Street. It's embarrassing. Drowsy gonna come all this way? Just for me. Oh, you came all this way. And now you go. With the revised tether, this is going to be interesting. Quicker doing these guys because they're nicely grouped all up together. One more to complete the quest. Excuse me. Nice. Where's it gone? Where's my mission gone? Oh crap, it's vanished. Oh no. Searching for your roots is still active. Persuade shades the grave. Frozen artifact. It was the time of that short. Holy hell. What are you guys? Crystal, you're one of them. My quest has vanished. Rot-row. No, it's gone. My quest has vanished. I might have to come get it again. I don't want to have to do it again, but it's gone. Hey Carlos, I know you probably have answered this a million times. I've been on and off at AO Player many years. I hate Shadowlands. Do you have any mail tips to make it more palatable? Not really. Is what it is. You know, you can't. Yeah, you don't have to go to Shadowlands anymore. Well, you don't on Project Rubi-ka. Yeah, after Fissures, there's a bunch more, but it's the quest has vanished. It's just gone, dude. It's gone. So we got that one. Let's go back and see if we can get the Haithian quest again. Was it on a very short timer, or have I missed it or something? Will it make me repeat it or something if I ask for it again? Let's find out. I needed instructions. Soul feeding. Does it put me back? Oh no, it doesn't. It comes back. Okay. Okay, things are solved. That's not bad. Soul feeding has reappeared. Malabians. I think I know where they are, and they're a pain in the ass. Yeah, I can't change what it is. Well, it's not bugged in that sense. It's picked up where we left off. So here's soul feeding. You can see that I'm now on Marla Bren. So it's rechecked the first two. And it did give me a reward after finishing the first two groups, which were 10s. I think this is just how the quest worked back in the day. And probably doesn't anymore. I think now you just flow through the whole thing. So I'm not sure it's bugged in the way that you're describing, but yeah, kind of bugged. So Malabians are, well, they're kind of close to the Preds, actually. So we should take this one. And do frozen artifacts first. Shiver spiders, yeah, they're all here. So let's kill a bunch of them. Why do it has no music? Sound off. Sound on. There you go. Music came back. I was being a ballbuster because we all know how much you love Shadowlands. No, not really. I simply tolerate Shadowlands, if truth be known. It does have some good things about it, but for the most part, yeah, I could do without it. You know. Do the other half of this, which is I see shadows. But we continue on. Might pick up some rafters along the way. You still get the free pass Or do you have to do the Adonis quest with the Milner and all that shit to get out of Adonis? Doing that at 200 was kind of annoying back in the day. Wire rafters, coral rafters, flux rafters, and somebody else. Crystal we've done. Oh, Lost Hothian we don't want anything to do with, because he respawns. Maya rafter, come get some. I don't want a crystal rafter, but I've got one. Okay. I see shadow. Let's go. Still getting no battle music. What's going on? This is a dramatic fight, don't you know? Right, that's them done. I still need Maya rafters. What are you? Nope. I need one more Maya. No, don't need you. Run away! Jeez, are you all crystal? Crystal rafter, no! What was the first one we encountered? Was it all the way out here? Why am I getting attacked? Yes. The age-old questions are the best. Crystal, crystal. Oh, come on. Spawn more Maya. Yeah, if you're listening to the stream while you're playing, you will hear the in-game aggro music. So, yeah. That's a thing. I'm going to hide in this bush and get another beer. Because beer, the cause of and solution to all our problems. Right, that is back. Here we go. Yes, we all know my love for Shadowlands is legendary. So I've got a bit of IP. Maybe... Boop, boop. Boop. And then I want that at the nano. Oh, very close. Another level or so. Crystal, crystal, come on. There's got to be more Maya rafters in here somewhere. There's one. I think it's only one more we need. There we go. Yep, there we go. Second set. So, searching for your roots. Coral. Flux. Coral and flux, I think. Okay. I'm reading the in-game chat as I'm streaming as well. Whoever is clearing IS, please stop. But why? Why would they? They're there, they're doing their thing. Why would they not do it? You know. No one owns a mob or an instance. Unless it is in fact an instance where your team got it. God, the arguments over the mercs, the arguments over... oh, God. Panned. When panned, pre-instanced panned, the arguments over who owned the beast when everyone got there at the same time was just like unbelievable. Right, corals shouldn't be a problem. We were killing them early doors, so they should be easier now. It's amazing the amount of entitled people that turn up in your life. Everything the way they want it, or it's not right. It's amazing how they somehow feel that their version of reality is the same as every... It beggars belief, it really does. Well, I wanted to park there. Well, I'm already parked and we're out of the car. Yes, but I want to park there. I'm calling the cops. What do you think the fucking cops are going to do? They're going to laugh in your face and tell you to stop being an idiot. Or most likely they'll arrest you for being an idiot. Excuse me. Because, yeah, I've done all that. Christ, I worked in retail for a number of years. The amount of entitled arseholes you meet is incredible. The stuff they come up with as well. You're like, wait, what? And the way they think they can talk to another human being is like staggering. Staggering they think they can get away with it. Okay, for routes we've got 4 different routes. We've got 3. I think the other ones are in the middle of the map, if I remember. I had a guy turn up one day. He was a known shoplifter, and what he'd done was go to the kind of garbage behind the store and pull out a box for a remote control helicopter, right? A cheap ass kid's toy remote control helicopter. It wasn't an expensive item. It flew pretty well, you know, if you could get it, if you could suss out the controls, etc., etc. And he came back with only the box that he'd pulled out of the garbage and demanded a refund without a receipt or credit card or anything else to proof of purchase, because, and I'm saying this without embellishment, he bought it for his son for his birthday, but his son has since died and it crashed in a pond and he couldn't get it out. I shit you not, this was the guy's gambit for getting some money out of the till. So I motioned to a colleague, call the police. They know this guy. So, yeah, basically he got locked up that day. It was kind of funny, but also not. Just the sheer, like, seriously, you think that's, your son's just died and you're worried about a $20, or what would it be in dollars actually? About $30 remote control helicopter piece of trash toy, but fun for a kid kind of thing. It was just unbelievable. No, he did not get his refund. Yes, he had to. He got arrested. It was just the weirdest thing you've ever seen. We were like literally all of us going, "The fuck is he talking about?" But that seriously, that was his opening thing. That was his gambit. I want a refund. I've got a box. I said, you know they're all serial numbered, don't you? He went, what do you mean? I said, we know the serial number of everything we've ever sold. What do you mean serial number? I said, well, the box you've got there is the one that's already on display. You didn't buy it. You pulled that out of the trash. And now you're going to get arrested. So, good luck. And they did. They cuffed him and took him. And we're like, sorry about that. And we're like, hey, you know. Where the hell am I? My favourite one where it was in retail when I'm saying, no, that's not going to happen. I want to speak to the manager. And I'd go, do you? Pointing at the name badge, which says manager on it. You already are. So you can't change the story now, can you? Which is invariably what people like that did. Your colleague said this. No, they didn't. I know they didn't. Right, time for rebuffage. Yeah. Well, you don't have to do any of that anymore, Mr. Glentic. You don't have to fulfill any quest. You just need to be the right level. But yeah, it was bullshit. You know, players that were already level 200, yeah, it felt like a massive amount of bullshit for us. It really did. That's why it was so poorly received. Was they tried to make endgame players go back and do it all over again, and they just rejected that. A friend of mine worked in a restaurant that was inside a furniture mall, and the whole thing about offering food way too cheap to lure, yeah, like lost leader, yeah. He told me people act as if they're sat in a 5-star restaurant and want his money back on there. Oh yeah, yeah. We're really here about the food. I know some people are unbelievable. Their level of entitlement is just incredible. Given their stature in life, the way they act is beyond beggar's belief, you know. Yeah, the project's a lot better. I mean, even on the live server now, if you've got a level 200 character, it's do not pass go. Here's your get out of jail free card. Just talk to Ergo at each gate and he will just give you the items you need to progress in Shadowlands. So you're not tied to it anymore. Like you used to be. I was literally typing this. I worked in a restaurant for 8 years. This meal wasn't good. I want a refund. Was my favourite. But you've eaten all of it. Yeah. My wife works in hospitality. I hear the stories. I know. These people need such a massive slap around the head. It beggars belief what people think they can do. It wasn't good, but you ate it all. Yeah, That's exactly it, mate. Exactly. It wasn't good, but you've like your fucking plate is squeaky clean. There's not even any gravy left on it, which we said doesn't really go with the fish dish, but you want it anyway. Yeah, yeah, people try shit on, and I don't know why they think they can get away with it. I really don't. But what's beautiful about the job she does is she's a manager. So if they kick off and give her all that shit, she's just like, oh, really? Yeah, this meal's free and never come here again. You're barred. What? Never come here again. You're barred. Yeah, customer is king sort of thing. That stems from one guy who had a small chain of stores in the US. And the actual quote is massively misquoted. The customer in matters of taste, the customer is always right. Guess which bit of that every asshole forgets? Yeah. The all-important one. The customer is always right in matters of taste. What? No, that's the quote. You're half quoting, which means you're misquoting, which means you're trying to use that phrase to get what you want. But it's not gonna happen. And the customer is always right in matters of taste was a quote that came about because someone could put on an outfit, a dress, whatever, and look like complete shit in it. Like it didn't fit them and it didn't suit them. But if that's what they wanted to buy, they were right. That's the quote. And it's massively misquoted and misused by people that think it means whatever I say is the law. And it's like, no, it isn't. The amount of times that I had people go, well, the customer is always right. And I had to go, in matters of taste. This isn't a matter of taste. Some people are just assholes. They've read something on the internet or heard it from someone else and think it's, I don't know, some kind of like invincible armor. Like if I say this thing, it's correct and you have to do what I say. It's like, no, customer is always right in matters of taste. They're not correct in any other fashion form. And it wasn't a law. It was a quote by a guy who had a chain of stores. You know, I mean, fucking hell, tenuous at best. I want beef gravy on my fish. Well, yeah, if that's what you want. They do love using it, and you go, in matters of taste, is the response you should always give. Because when they go, the customer's always right, you go, in matters of taste. And they go, what do you mean? You go, well, you're quoting, I'll tell you who the guy is. Because I forget right now, because it's been 10 years or more. The customer is always right. It was by this one person, Marshall Field. Customer is always right, which exhorts service staff to give a high priority to customer satisfaction. Popularized by pioneering several blah, 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 blah. It comes from Marshall Field. It's not a law. It's not a consumer law, and it's nothing else. He's credited with coining the phrase. But it's the customer is always right in matters of taste. which means, you know, if some person comes in and picks up an outfit in the wrong colours for their skin tone and hair and eye colour, but really wants it, you just agree with them and sell it to them. That's it. That's where they're right. They're not right in any other fashion. They're not exonerated from any legal anything. They simply are allowed to make poor decisions, and that's it. I can't find where I'm trying to go, and it's pissing me off. No, it's not. I mean, it's not a law. The customer is always right in matters of taste, sir, madam, whatever the fuck you are. Yeah, that's it. In matters of taste. In no other function, form, or anything else. And it was a company motto. It's not the fucking law. I mean, it beggars belief, it really does. Because some people, for some reason, think it's a gotcha for anything they're not happy about. The customer is always right. No, they're not. They're not right about everything in the universe. If they say black is white, are they right? No. They're right about matters of taste. That's it. That's all it is. It's nothing else. They're not right about anything else whatsoever, ever. And it's a company motto. It's not even, oh Christ, anything else, you know. Customer is always wrong. Yes, they are, Draden. Thank you for the resub. Thanks for streaming this project. Will you be starting a Storm org? The organisations are not a thing at the moment, so at the minute, no. So I'm afraid not, because I can't. I only wrote the original AO server pre-Noten Wars. Well, you're really going back there. My poor fixer cried, and we had to toss away the grid armor Mark 4 to enter Shadowlands. Yeah, that was kind of shit. I am currently trying to recover my old accounts. If I can do, I'm going to play. If I can't, well, that, you know, that depends on Funcom, and this is not associated with Funcom, so I can't tell you much about that. Okay, so if you start out fresh in Shadowlands, the prices for nanocrystals still in the millions? No. Never were. Never have been. Never will be. Yeah, once you become a Stormer, it's kind of a brand, you know. You're kind of locked into being in Storm, because Storm is an ethos, not a guild. It's a way of treating other people. It's a methodology to how you behave and everything else. It is not simply a guild. Storm is more like adopting a belief system in which everyone is treated fairly. You treat everybody and everything with dignity and repose. The Wikipedia article suggests the longer phrase you refer to is a more recent thing, actually. Well, Wikipedia's fucking wrong then, isn't it? As it often is, because it's edited by fucking idiots. 99% of the time. I don't give a flying fuck what the internet says. I'm 57 years of age, and before the internet, we relied on libraries. Go to one of them and do your research, not the internet. According to Wikipedia, fuck Wikipedia. Wikipedia was fucking not even a gleam of a fucking idea in its founder's eye when I was born. Wikipedia doesn't know shit. Don't base your opinions on Wikipedia because you will end up feeling like a fucking idiot when you find out from other sources that outdate it by 30 and 40 years. Don't ever, ever base your opinion on fucking Wikipedia, because any idiot can go in and edit fucking Wikipedia. Doesn't mean shit. The same way that turning in your paper for your exam that's based on Wikipedia is going to give you a passing grade. No, because if Wikipedia's article has been manipulated, edited by any old arsehole, you've no idea. Whereas if you go to a library, that person that makes that edit in the information in those books has to get through a hell of a lot more barriers. They have to prove what they're saying. Wikipedia doesn't. The point of the phrase isn't that the phrase is simple. It doesn't matter if the customer looks like shit in that clothing. If they like it, you sell it to them. That's the point of the entire quote. And it's massively misquoted by people that use it to make their point of view more correct than anything else. And it wasn't added later because the guy had been dead for 40 years before fucking internet even existed. It wasn't added later. It's one of those. I mean, Jesus Christ, never base your opinions on Wikipedia. I could log into Wikipedia now and fucking change it to whatever the fuck I think. You know what I mean? It's the internet. The internet is a massive source of misinformation and disinformation. It is not the oracle that people treat it as. Pick any field of expertise that you have and Google it, and you will find opinions and facts or information given over as if it were a fact that is grossly wrong. Grossly wrong. Dangerously wrong. I mean, it's staggering how much misinformation there is on the internet, and people take the first answer the AI gives them and think it's true. You fucking never do that. That will fuck you up. It really will. The guy lived and died decades and decades ago. And yet the internet thinks it knows better. It's embarrassing. I'm not oh, no attack. Well, fuck you then.
I wouldn't discount it as a source. I would instantaneously. I got my information from the internet. Well, that means shit, mate. Any prick can type stuff into the internet and claim it's, you know, base knowledge or pure fact. Fuck no. Talk to people that were there. First-hand accounts of the information it supposedly is reporting on. I'll tell you right now, you can just read a ton of, you know, you go on the internet looking for facts, you won't find them. Yeah, you can find lies and opinions in libraries, but the good thing about those is no fucker can go in and re-edit it later. So the lie is exposed, it's exposed by several other works, and suddenly a cumulative truth is exposed. Can't do that with the internet. Because whatever is established as truth on the internet, yes, depends what hour of the day it is. It means absolutely nothing. Yeah, books are peer reviewed before they're published. No publisher wants to have a lawsuit against them for letting some idiot post a bunch of mistruths in print. So the catch-all for it is far more stringent. The internet, you can post what you want. It may be challenged by other people on the internet, but it is in no way the Holy Grail. Absolutely not. Yeah, I had a guy saying, well, they've said my boiler is 25 years old and they don't make parts for it anymore, but I found some parts on the internet. Really? You want to handle a potential bomb with parts you found from an unknown source on the internet? Do you think that is a safe thing to do? I mean, people are dumb in that respect. They really are. You're like, what, really? That's what you want to do? you really want to take that risk? Oh my God, yeah. It's like, yeah, sounds fine. If you die, it's not our fault. And any harm you cause to your neighbours, etc., also not our fault. Is this a private server? It is not. It's a preservation server. Keep having to explain this. I'll be back in a minute. I'm getting another beer. technically it's a private server. I suppose so. But that's not what the design of the server is. It's a preservation server. It's like, hey, we're a bunch of guys working on a reimagining, if you will, of Anarchy Online before the rebalance, which was not well received by a lot of people. And here it is in all its glory before that. With a lot of the underlying bugs written out of the game. So, yes and no. I mean, it's an emulator at its core. Old man yells at cloud-based server. Yeah, I hate that whole cloud thing. Oh, let us steal all your information, you know, because we're totally safe. Yeah, there's a lot to be said about the cloud AI. Oh, don't even get me started how terrible that is. Eat rocks. It's great. That's AI. It's the most misnamed plagiarism algorithm ever conceived. And the reason the suits and the tech bros love it, they think it's free money. We don't have to pay people with knowledge and creativity anymore. An algorithm can do it for us. Yeah, but your algorithm is based on theft. That's it. That's all it is. It's a plagiarism engine. It's a hateful, nasty piece of shit. Well, I need Marla Bryn, but I can't even tag that one. Okay. About this one. Oh, I can. Okay. Yeah, I mean, pick any field that you have some knowledge and expertise in, and ask AI to come up with an answer. You'll look at it and go, holy shit, no, do not do that. You're going to get yourself killed. You know, it's as bad as that. It's honestly the worst. And it's not artificial intelligence in the least. It's not remotely intelligent. It's a plagiarism engine. It steals stuff it can find everywhere on the internet and then passes it off as its own thing. It's awful. Over-engineered search engine. Yeah, it's a plagiarism engine. That's what it does. It takes other people's work, ideas, research, and then passes that off as something it thinks sounds original. But it's not. In fact, YouTube has started cracking down on the whole AI slop thing, because they realise people go, oh, it's AI slop, and they click away. So they're not making any ad revenue out of it anymore, because people have, you know, twigged this is bullshit. And it's the most heinous kind of bullshit. It's the kind of bullshit that's going to get people hurt most of the time, which is just not good. Yeah, well, YouTube are trying to get rid of them because they know eventually there's going to come another algorithm that figures out where they've stolen the information from. And that's all it does. It steals other people's ideas and work and everything else. presents you with that answer, and it invariably pulled it from fucking, like, I don't know, Reddit or something, and it's grossly inaccurate and wrong. Yeah, this is 26 years ago at the birth of the internet. You know, when we predicted just how devastating an effect it would have on people's lives. Bowie understood it. I understood it, but the amount of people that just thought it was all a good thing, and I was like, nah. There's a lot going on here that's not good, you know? And it's been, like, grossly manipulated to put everyone in an echo chamber with disinformation. And the difference between misinformation and disinformation is this. Misinformation is sharing something you read and thinking it's true and genuinely believing that you're helping out because you're sharing the information. Disinformation, sharing information that's incorrect for the express purpose of manipulating what people think. One quickly feeds the other. That's the problem. People read it, believe it, and share it. That's misinformation. The person that posted the original information they know to be incorrect is sharing disinformation. All the things AI creates is essentially stolen. It's other people's work and ideas. It steals it and passes it off as though, I don't know, it's some sort of an oracle, but it absolutely isn't. Self-inflicted propaganda. Well, yeah, that's part of the problem. People believe things that are utterly untrue and provably wrong because they saw it on the internet. So it must be true. It's the most manipulative tool ever devised for controlling people and controlling what people think. It's god awful. And the kind of people that knowingly use disinformation, they're the most god-awful people that have ever existed. They really are. I would rather misinform you and disinform you than you ever learn the truth. You know, I mean, there's a sick mind at work there. Yeah, well, that's it. We don't live in a democracy. A lot of people are under the delusion that we live in a democracy. We don't. We live in a corpocracy. Corporations own everything now. And because they own everything, they control everything, including you, what you think, and what you think you think. You've really got to be older and or insightful and clinical about facts presented to you as to whether or not they're actually facts to step out of that loop. It's scary stuff. It really is. Yeah, this whole idea that you will buy a video game but not own it. Now, something in you is saying, Well, in that case, piracy isn't theft. And you're right. But they don't want you thinking that. They want you thinking that if they say it's so, it's so. But it ain't. Yeah, a lot of people can't be told how to think, but a lot of people can, and it's terrifying. Yeah, if you grew up without the internet, you're kind of immune to that kind of effect they use. 30 years ago, if you said, well, it must be true, I read it on the internet, people would look at you like you were a fucking wacko. They really would. They'd look at you like, what's wrong with you? And they'd be right. But here we are, 20 years later, and suddenly, if someone says, oh, I read it on such and such, apparently it's true. Never was, never will be, but now it is. I've seen the 8 p.m. news, yeah, but when you hear those same news channels, hundreds of them, all regurgitating the same script, does nothing fire off in your brain that says, wait a minute, this is brainwashing, this is gaslighting, this is bullshit? Don't you think this was a thing before the internet too? Yeah, it was called religion then, though. It's naive to think the internet is new in that regard. Did I say it was a new thing? I did not. But it's so much easier to distribute misinformation with an engine like the internet. Massively more easy. No, I'm not naive. That's a clever sounding thing to say, but that's not what I said. You're presupposing I think it all happened with the internet, and I did not say that. It's the current form of control and manipulation. And it's so much faster. It is so much more manipulative because you've got these people with no education believing everything they read on the internet that the internet feeds to them. And that's the difference. With the internet, those in control can feed you information they want you to believe. The internet means that they can control what you see, what you hear, and everything else. They can put you in a bubble of information. An echo chamber. You've heard that phrase before. And no, an echo chamber was a phrase long used before the birth of the internet, because I remember before the internet. Brisk Hothians. Yes, it would be incredibly naive to think this hasn't happened previous to the internet. It would also be incredibly naive to think I didn't know that. Well, religion was a control mechanism for many years.
but had subsequently failed. People don't go to church. People go, oh, they're closing down these churches. Yeah, because you don't go to them. You know, they hold sermons and all the rest of it, and you're not there. Yeah, it's been going on for thousands of years. Yes, it has. But now it's so obvious if you're looking. Yeah, see, my attitude with religion has always been the same. Since I was 8 years old, something occurred to me when I was 8 years old. You cannot all be right. You can't all be correct. All these different religions. You can't be right. You can't all be wrong. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, you can all be wrong. That's the point. You can't all be right, but you can, in fact, all be wrong. And that was a shocking feeling as a young man. But it never left me. Epiphany at 7. Well, I said 9, but yeah. Yeah, 9 years old in the Catholic school. I was like, wait a minute, you can't all be right, you know. And then it hit me, but you could all be wrong. You know, so yeah, that's the thing. Now, whatever deity you believe in, that's your choice. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I'm just going to tell you that I do not share that view. And most people who are religious only believe in one God. All of the religions and whatever, they're wrong. I just believe in one less than you. I know that's been quoted by Ricky Gervais, but I'm older than him. Do you honestly think I didn't think of it at the same time, or at a different time, or he thought of it at a different time? Because, yeah, nah. A lot of people have come to the same conclusion. It's not hard. Right, we want brisk Hothians. Wherever the hell they are. Oh, there's one. My TikTok is dogs being silly in comedy. Yeah, so it is the echo chamber. So if that's all you ever engage with, that's all you'll ever get. But there's so much more dark kind of stuff going on behind the scenes. We just started the opening scene of The Outer Limits. Yeah. Movie directors have been trying to warn us for years. Years. You watch those movies, they're trying to warn you, you know, of the potential of other stuff. It's crazy. They've been trying to warn all of us. It's been one of the focal points of their movies, is warning us. Who do I want now? Marla Annas. Okay.
Animal Farm. Yeah, you know, you've got the cabals and the other institutions controlling. I mean, if you played Deus Ex back in the day, and didn't kill the guy at the very end, he even tells you in that game, he says, you know, 100 years ago, 98% of Americans said they were self-employed. So they ran the mom and pop shop and everything else. Today, it's 2%. It's a warning through the dialogue of an NPC inside the game. Oh shit. Oh well. Distracted by the chat. Never seen the inside of a clan garden. Well, you are now. In Subway fighting a neural burnout, which seems fitting for a Friday after a long work week. Well, yeah, it would. Cyberpunk is all about that. And they called it out in the 80s. Yeah, we were calling it out in the 60s, the 70s, and everything else. In the UK, we had Thatcher. In the US, you had Reagan. And that was about giving up control of publicly owned resources to private equity. And they said, oh, it's going to be great. And where are you now? You know, they own and control everything. We're in a corpocracy. Bought and sold by corporations who don't give a flying fuck about you. I bet the folks in the year 2030 were calling out what society would become in the year 2050. Well, that was the time of the Roman Empire. I would guess they probably were not. Yeah, that's why I moved out of the city. Me too. Because when everything does collapse, if you don't know how to survive without modern technology, you are fucked. You should just kind of watch James Burke Connections. It was a thing I watched as a kid. And part of my awakening intellectually into where we actually are. 12 acres, a well, solar, chickens, few goats. Yeah. What was the name of the show? I think it was called James Burke Connections. one of the greatest minds of our time. And yeah, I know that typing is awful. Well, I had an injury, so my typing is awful.
This is one of the more...
And he was talking about this in the 70s, guys.
This is one of the more...
I don't know if the whole episode is still available. It's about 30 minutes long. Oh yeah, there you go.
This is one of the...
No, it's not. It's about 40 minutes long. Research James Burke at your own leisure. I'm not doing it for you. Do your own research. But yeah, he did point out that when everything goes to shit, you're screwed. You're absolutely screwed. You get stuck in a lift, you don't know how they work. You get in them, you get out of them. You don't care how they work. Someone else deals with that. You know, and the point he makes through the entire video is how little we know about the world we live in. And this was back in the bloody 70s. Compared to now, oh. I'm not telling everyone to go out and get a bunker, but also I kind of am. Because shit's going to hit the fan eventually. AI investment bubble, that's going to burst. And when it does, people that have stretched themselves financially into it are going to suffer so hard. I mean, it's not going to be good, guys. If you've overstretched into that, it's going to pay you back. And you're not going to like it. Yeah, unless you pick the right horse. Yeah, it's 2008 all over again. Yep, pretty much. Yeah, protect yourselves because the AI crash is a thing and it will happen. Because it's massively overpromised what it can do versus what it can actually do. And all it can actually do is steal other people's ideas. I mean, it's not a good thing. It really ain't. If all your money's tied up in AI, divest now. It's not going to mature. It's not going to become better later. It's going to be a horrible mess. It really is. And if your finances are tied up in it, oh my God, you're going to have a bad time. Soul feeding. Who do we need now? Marla. Well, we got to go find Marla. Yeah, the program can't create its own work, and it never does. It's always a bunch of other information it's stolen from elsewhere. That's all AI is. It's a plagiarism engine. Marla, will you fight me? Yeah, if you've got money tied up in it, get it out as quickly as you can. Anna, okay. Explain music then. It is not explainable. I will not try to do so. Music is math. No, it isn't. Music, written music, is mathematic, because that was the Catholic Church trying to control music back in the day. But actual music? No. That's an emotional, spiritual and intellectual journey that people found themselves on. Has nothing to do with mathematics whatsoever. In physics, it can be explained by it. But the nuances in music, when notes happen, how they happen, and all the other variables about when a particular note happens in a piece of music is not a science. It's a talent and it's a creative process. Music isn't maths. The Catholic Church tried to make it mathematical, but it isn't. You can't rhyme orange, but you can. If you're Eminem, you can figure out a way to do it. If you don't like a song, did you do the math right or wrong? Neither. It's music. There is no right or wrong. There is no physics. There is no science. It's self-expression. Look, mob mentality at its finest. Yeah, music is math. Is an example of mob mentality. You're quite right. Uh-oh. My quest has disappeared again. Find the Haythian lookout. Well, I would. Yeah, we had music before we had mathematics. Absolutely. Yeah, the Catholic Church tried to make music mathematical so they could control the music inside their churches. Doesn't make them right. Never did, never will. Oh, we killed him, but we didn't get an update. Oh, God, I gotta re-update the quest or some shit. Okay. Yeah, the whole written music thing, and I know because I went to a music college, was brought about by the Catholic Church trying to make music controllable and, above all, mathematical, because mathematics controlled stuff. But once mathematics tried to explain we didn't need a creator or a god or anything else, the church started to abandon it. So it's in a very mixed state, but the whole all music is mathematics. It's kind of funny. Oh dear. It's really quite funny. Yeah, mathematics isn't wrong, but also mathematics isn't music. It's just an explanation for how it works. It has nothing to do with math. Why? What mathematical equation then explains the need to create music? There isn't one. And you know why? Because it's not about the mathematics. You can explain the synergy of frequency and everything else with mathematics. That's true. That's physics. That's sound waves. We understand that. But the reason to put those sound waves in a particular order has nothing to do with mathematics. Yeah, it can't explain the human emotional connection to a tonal vocabulary. And yet we all... I did my thesis on this. So trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I proved my thesis. But also, yeah, nah. I gotta kill this mob while I talk to him. Oh, yeah, I did find the frozen artifacts. This one and this one. Ding-a-ling! I think the universe could probably be explained by mathematics, but it couldn't explain a lot of other stuff. I mean, you could make slob music with some algorithm, but you can look at songs that touch your heart and it's never someone figuring out math. No, it never ever is. It's some human being trying to express to everyone else how they feel through sound. It's way beyond that. It's way beyond math because yes, you can look at harmonic interchanges in Western music because they're gridded and focused and fixed in Western music because the Catholic Church said they had to be. Diabolos in musica was a phrase, and it was a phrase because there was a I've got to go and get the last thing. And it was a phrase because the Catholic Church wanted to control music. So they came up with all these things. But there's more intervals and everything else within music itself that massively defy that in other cultures. They didn't want that. Music is not math. It's kind of the complete opposite. Some of it, like perfect fifth, perfect fourth, etc., can be explained by mathematics, but a major third and a minor third and how they sound and make us feel cannot be explained by mathematics. Not even slightly. I get where you're going, but on the other hand, once you go from individual and start looking at maths, I believe math can explain. No, it can't! That's exactly what I'm saying. What's the mathematic? It's fucking 3.3 recurring. You can't have that and call it an explanation. You can't. Why does a major third and a minor third make us feel differently about that chord? That's a human experience, not a mathematic experience. It absolutely isn't, and it never has been, and it never will be, because it's not the truth. No, math can't explain music. What it can do is back up what the Catholic Church did with music. That's it. It has no other basis. Yes, perfect fifth is so many cycles of another cycle. Yes, perfect fourth is another set of cycles within a cycle. But you get major third, minor third, flat second. All these other things are not derivatives of mathematics. They're how the listener feels when they hear them. And that is not explainable by mathematics. It's not. Now, whatever you're reading that says it is wrong. And I'm telling you this as someone that proved their thesis in music. Okay? Nope is the quick fucking answer. You can use math to do a bazillion things. And mathematics is absolute, but the human experience is not. Why is a major third happy and a minor third sad? Give me the mathematics for it. Go ahead. Find them. Search the internet. And you won't find the answer because the experience of that tonal vocabulary is an experienced experience. It's not mathematical. I feel you kind of get it mixed up. Which one of us has a doctorate in music? Is it you or is it me? No. You think you can explain something that's massively complex by very simple means, and you are wrong. But it would take me hours to explain it to someone that doesn't have the architecture of language or the understanding of music to explain it to. I feel, yeah, you feel, explain feel in maths. You can't explain music. Why do we listen to it? What's the mathematical equation for why people listen to music? There isn't one. There isn't one because there isn't a scientific or mathematical reason for it. It's the human experience of the universe, which we do not have the mathematical language or anything other construct to explain. The reason why a lullaby to an Inuit is tonally similar to the point where you could merge the two to an Aborigine is because it is a human shared experience. Mathematics can explain Catholic music because that's what they were trying to do. Make it a science. But music is not a science. It's the human experience of tonal vocabulary. Yeah, so you the whole premise of what you're saying, I know you think you're smarter than me. I know you think you've got some sort of a trick and everything else, but you don't. You don't have it. Because you're not listening and you're not understanding. I mean, by all means, publish your work and see what happens. The reason anything gives you an emotional reaction to it is not mathematical. It speaks to billions of years of evolution and a bunch of other stuff we don't understand and possibly never will about why certain sounds make us feel a certain way. Some of it's indoctrination. You hear the giveaway cellos in a horror movie, you know someone's gonna die, and all that kind of language. But that's learned. That's learned language, and it's a learned Western language. Music is different across the entire globe by different peoples, and yet they are all human. And my thesis was about the fact that, yeah, but a lullaby sounds like a lullaby whether you're an Inuit or an Aborigine. It sounds tonally the same. The human reaction to it is the same. And that was the principle of my thesis. And you turning up on some stream on YouTube going, I can prove it's mathematical, is laughable to me. It's laughable because of how wrong it is. That assertion is so fundamentally wrong and provably wrong. It's comical. I'd agree, and everything you just said, we're talking about two different things, and it's astounding. Yeah, it's astounding you think they're different. Mathematics is a desperate attempt to understand the strangeness of the universe. And it's the best one we have. But it is an attempt, not a solution. As soon as physics runs out of numbers and starts saying, well, dark matter, yep, it's not some mythical thing, but from where we are right now, it may as well be, because we have no idea how dark matter works and holds galaxies together, except that it seems to do it. You know, the lack of understanding doesn't make something wrong. It invariably does. I think if you Google that statement, yeah, I mean, no, you cannot explain. All right, so an infinitely recurring number for a minor third is explainable by mathematics. Somehow we're disturbed by infinitely recurring numbers that we imperceivably perceive as not quite ever resolving. Emotionally, we feel something because of that, because mathematics. We had music before mathematics. And we had that because the human experience of the universe is unique to humans. It's different for every life form. Does it make it lucky? No, it just means it's like vacuous. I want to say, in the best possible way. Got to kill the Haythian something or other. Is that the guy? Haythian Lookout. There he is. Come down. What would be your definition of music? Anything that other people create that makes you feel something. Regardless, there's no genre, there is no type. It's if someone can evoke emotion in you through the medium of sound, it is therefore music. You might not like the person, you might not like their point of view, but they can evoke feelings in you with nothing more than sounds and combinations of sounds. Kids crying is music. Yeah. In a sense, it is. But also not. That's a primal thing whereby your protective quality is drawn upon by that screaming. Yeah, they exactly that. They're using their sound to make you do something. They're completely unaware that that's what they're doing. But to the outside observer, it's clearly what they're doing. And it's very difficult to have an outsider perspective on something that you're a part of. You're a cog in the machine of nature and everything else. So it's incredibly difficult to step out of that and think you're somehow some kind of unbiased kind of viewer, because you can't be, because you are part of the human condition. You're a human being. You know, it's massively complex, and I mean, ultimately it can be boiled down with mathematics, but not mathematics we currently have. Maybe. And even then, I don't think it can. Why is a minor third sad? What is the mathematics for why a major third is happy and a minor third is sad? There aren't any, because the mathematics for that don't exist. It's our interpretation of the inputs we're receiving. Yeah, cats learn to change their tone and meow to more reflect a human baby. Yeah, because we're pre-programmed genetically. That's the other thing, right? DNA is pre-programmed our disposition and everything else. Written music was not a thing until Christianity. Before that, music was whatever you wanted it to be. And you've only got to sort of migrate east and west of the GMT time zone, and you will see that's glaringly obvious. Because the tonal language changes. You go to India, it's massively different. They've got 25 bass scales. Okay? And they're called, those are just the ragas and stuff. I mean, if you knew anything about music, you know, or had studied it as a subject, you realize it's not all based on Western music, which is largely dictated by 2,000 years ago of the Catholic Church trying to control the songs sung in churches. That's where written music comes from. Before that, no. It was people searching for sounds that expressed what they felt. Ding-a-ling, level 80. In case you guys didn't know, he doesn't have a green screen. Yeah. Not a green screen, but since my hand injury, I can't demonstrate what that sounds like very well. Because you need hands to play music. Quite often. I'm not much of a singer, so I can't do the same thing vocally. Right. That's it. That's us done. So let's go find someone else who is streaming Anarchy Online, because I really need a pee and some supper. It's been an interesting discussion this evening. But yeah, I mean, whatever your opinions about music are, the stuff you like, the stuff you don't, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Okay? But the antithesis of music, what music is, yeah, you can be way wrong. I'll be back in a sec. Metal number one. So we got me. Oh, someone else streaming Anarchy Line. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, God. What's this? Do we want to watch this? Do we want to watch someone streaming and not talking and just playing music? I mean, you know, musicians saying no sounds anti-intuitive, but also, yeah. Right. I'll be back tomorrow night, but it might be June Awakening. Sorry, guys. I'll be back on Sunday with more Project Rubi-ka. But until then, it is time to say goodnight. So thank you very much for the follows. Thank you very much for the resubs, etc. And I will be back in the next one. Until then, bye for now.